You want me to help you? Come on. No, no, no. Come on, baby. Go. Ooh, you getting heavy. Hey, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to go and take care of Gizmo. Let's see. I have I'm gonna get started and you guys can come in when you get ready. But this topic is because of, I was in another YouTuber's live and she was talking about uh, one of the Bible scriptures that says a woman's place is in the home. And I was like, is there a specific scripture that says a woman's place is in the home? I mean, I know there are a lot of scriptures around, uh, women taking care of the home and taking care of the children, but I couldn't put my finger on a specific, like the specific scripture that said basically a woman's place is in the home. Let me see if I can find it. So, Proverbs, the wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down. But I don't think this is the one that I was looking for. The one that I was looking for has more of a, the woman's place is in the home taking care of the children and working in the community. So, not working outside of the home. But because we live in a more modern society, of course, the woman now is forced to work outside of the home because of economic reasons. But is the fact that the woman is no longer the primary caregiver for the children completely, is that kind of missing link as to why society or the children seem to be going so far astray nowadays. Like yesterday, I saw an incident where a 15-year-old girl got into it with some other girls, 15 years old, and she was shot and killed at a park. And it was just so interesting what the father of the victim said. He said, no matter how you raise your children, when they get out into the world, you never know what's going to happen. Like, you never know how they're going to respond to other people, and how their peers are going to get them involved into things that maybe they should not be involved in. But is that because there's a disconnect in the family unit because the mothers are not giving the children the attention that they need because they're working and trying to take care of the family. In a lot of situations, a lot of children now are living in single parent households, and that one parent is working outside of the home. And believe it or not, when you're working, you can't give a child 100% if you're working outside of the home. When you're working outside of the home, you're taking care of your job. You're getting up early in the morning. You're getting your kids ready, and I'm speaking from experience. You're getting up early in the morning. You're getting your kids ready for school. Your mind is on work, even though the mornings are always chaotic. Especially when you're getting up, you're trying to get your kids up, you're trying to get them to school on time, you're trying to get to work on time. Then you come home from work, you go right into, okay, I got to fix dinner, I got to help them with their homework, I got to, they got to take their baths, you got to do this, you got to do that, and then it's time to go to bed. And that quality time, that extra that your kids need and deserve, they might not be getting. They may not get that. Because what if your kids have after school programs, they have, sports that they're doing after school, that takes a 2 hours. By the time they get home, they have to eat, they have to take their showers, and they have to get into bed. So they don't have that time that you may have if you are not a working parent, or if it was a two-parent household. So is the disconnect that I think is going on with these kids now, because I'm seeing more and more incidents at schools. And I'm not saying that we didn't have incidents when I was, young and going to school, because I am a baby boomer. Okay? I'm at the end of the baby boomer year thing. So I am a boomer. And I'm not saying I graduated from high school in 1982. I'm not saying, we didn't have problems in school. I'm not saying the kids didn't fight back then. But kids would fight, and that's it. They would fight, and it would be over. Now, there may be another fight later if the person got beat up and they want to fight again. There may be another fight, but there were not shootings and stuff. We didn't grow up with that. And it's like now, every day, something is going on at a school. And I saw yesterday here in Sacramento, California, there was an incident where adults ran up in a school and beat up a student. So it calls for a school lockdown. The kids were running and screaming. They didn't know what was going on. And they said these were not other kids from this particular school. These were adults that came from off campus. So there is definitely a disconnect somewhere. And I think all of this starts at the family level. Something is missing. One thing I really, really enjoyed about Ellie Soul's recent video with that young man is where she talked about therapy and, mothers making sure that your children are getting everything that they need to navigate this world before they leave the nest. I know that you can't give your children everything, but you should give them some type of tools to be able to help themselves when they leave. And a lot of these kids nowadays, a lot of these young men are leaving the nest emotionally unable to navigate this world. And that comes from the type of emotions that they've received in the home, what they received at home, what they received before they left the nest. So it is my question is, look like something bit me. My question is, does this revolve around the mothers? Or is it both parents? Should women actually stay at home and take care of the kids? Are women better nurturers? Should we be the ones to stay home and nurture and raise the children? Should more mothers be homeschooling their kids? Are kids really getting what they need now from public school? Should you be giving your child more at home? Or do you care? Do you care about, your adult child's emotional stability? Or do you feel like that's something that they're going to have to get when they get old enough? These are just some questions that came up in my head that I thought were interesting. So think about that and put it in the comment. How many minutes we at? 14. That's good enough. Think about those questions and put that in the comments, because I think it's, as if you're a mother, if you're a single mother, if you are thinking about becoming a mother, these are some of the questions that you should ask yourself. Not are you just physically able to be a mother, because you can be physically able to be a mother at a very young age, but are you mentally and emotionally prepared to be a mother? And is the person that you're thinking about having a child with, are they mentally and emotionally and financially able to put you in a position where you both can raise this child? Or do you even care about your child's mental health? You just figure, oh, they'll get that when they get older. Are any of those things important to you? Because they should be. Your child's mental health should be very important to you, because you're sending that child out into the world and other people have to deal with that child. Other people are going to be in relationships with your child, the child that you brought into this world. So that's it, y'all. I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys, and thank you to the 4 people who are quiet that decided to show up and just sit and listen. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.